Reflecting on your decisions. What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back to another real estate educational video, and today I'm going to be talking about reflecting on your decision making or your decisions or what you did that day, or whatever it was. So we're all human. We have a life. We might have a family. We have so many things. There's 24 hours in the day. We have a certain amount of time to sleep, and then after that, we have a bunch of stuff going on. And one thing that I try to do, and sometimes my wife will be like, "What's going on? Is something wrong?" And it's not that. I'm literally just thinking about what I have to do tomorrow or next week, or looking back on what I did yesterday. Did I make the right choices with what I did? Is there something I could have done better? Or, it's just reflecting on my choices. And the reason why I do that is because I want to be better. I want to improve. I want to keep improving with my life as long as I'm able to. And I want to know that I'm continuing to make myself the best version of myself. It's almost like being a caterpillar. I want to continue to cocoon myself and continue to become a greater butterfly every single time. Like, be a butterfly and then cocoon myself again and make myself even a better butterfly. If you get what I'm saying, just continue to keep improving to where certain things I no longer have to worry about. I no longer have to think about this. It's just, I already trained myself to where I have almost perfected, if not perfected, those crafts. Same thing could be said for these videos that I make. When I first started, I would do a couple videos and spend a lot of time on trying to edit and figuring out how to do this, how to do that. Now it's just like I make the content and I'm able to edit about 3 of these bad boys, 4 of them in a day with everything else I have going on, and I just let these bad boys sit. And I'll stack, 15, 20 real estate videos. And for those who are watching, you can catch on really quick because you can tell by how I'm dressed is one way to point it out. But before, that's what I was, and now, now I've perfected how to get my content up and running, get it done quickly so I can have time to focus on other things. That's just content. Same thing could be said for playing my guitar, how I practice, how I make sure I get a good hour of practice in, what I need to work on, how to improve, keep track of what I'm doing in regards to how am I learning this part, what I need to work on, slowing it down. Is it time to speed it up to continue to get to the actual speed of the song? Stuff like that. Same thing could be said with my kids in regards to their academics, making sure they're handling their business at home in regards to whether they're keeping their room clean, their chores. I keep them on a schedule, and I look at things, and I also try to instill in them to look at what you did here and what can you do better. Not gripe on them like you did this wrong, blah, 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 blah. No. Okay, we got all this stuff good. We're doing good here. What's going on right here? Okay, so what do we need to do to fix that? What is it that we can do? And that's an entirely different beast being as a parent. Same thing can be said for as in my profession as a realtor. Okay, I did this today with my client. Is there anything I could have done better? Could I have done my dialogue better with them? Is there something I missed that I could have done? Are there things that I could have done better? Look at that. Okay, for future reference, keep in the back of my mind, when this situation happens, this is how we proceed about it. because this wasn't the best response. This was a good response, but not this one. Okay, this is good. You know, reflect. And then look at, did you make the best choices with what you did? If you didn't, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, we're not perfect. And in order to be better, you have to make mistakes. You have to learn from those mistakes. You can't, you know, we're not born with a guidebook to automatically do it to the perfection, to the T. And then on top of that, not every realtor is the same. Certain things work for these realtors that may not work for me. Certain things work for other realtors that work for me as well. It just depends on your personality and what you're trying to do. Not everybody's the same. However, when it comes to the decisions that you make, ensure that what you're doing is going to make you better. At the end of the day, make your clients happy, and also continue to make it to where you have good repertoire, not only with them moving forward for however long you guys keep a friendship, but also, you know, referrals, because those people will talk about you to other people, and they said, yeah, he's great, he did this, he did that, he can do the same thing. And that keeps you afloat to be able to continue to do what you want to do, which is, of course, if you're a realtor, being in real estate. So, I would also say, and this is something that I sometimes have to be reminded of, and it's just one of my personality flaws, is that sometimes I'm a little too hard on myself in regards to what I accomplished, or maybe what decision I made, and I probably shouldn't have done it that way, or I knew or I screwed up and did this or that. Because again, I'm a realtor, but I'm still human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Well, one thing is I gotta reflect, but not beat myself up about my decisions, and understand that, okay, let's change that around and do it this way next time, so we don't have this problem or that problem, or, you know, because that will happen. However, as it becomes more natural in the profession you're in, even if it's not real estate, things become second nature to you, to where you know what to do and what not to do. You're still going to have those situations where, okay, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? But but for the most part, it starts to become natural, fluid, and not forced. So, anyway, with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.